Yeah, buddy.
Coffee cup.
Coffee cup. What's going on, everybody? This is the Burn Down. Today's episode, we're talking about our favorite pairing.
Our favorite thing in the whole wide world. Coffee.
And cigars.
And we're going to suggest a few.
Coming up next on the Burn Down.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Burn Down. I'm Eric.
I'm Justin, baby!
Trying to be like your boy.
I know, I had to, man. You did the last episode, I got to do this episode.
You're right.
You're rubbing off on me a little bit.
As you can see, we're super hyper right now because we got some coffee in our blood and we're about to drink some more coffee right now because we're going to talk about coffee and cigars.
Dude, my favorite pairing, your favorite pairing, everyone's favorite pairing, coffee and cigars.
Let's just do it, man. I mean,
so we get tons of questions about this. Everybody says, "Oh man, what cigars go well with coffee?" I see you drinking coffee and smoking cigars all the time. So we're figuring let's do an episode about it. So we're gonna talk about mild cigars, medium cigars, full-bodied cigars, which types of coffee they pair well with. We're gonna pick one and smoke it. We're gonna tell you why they
tastes
go well
so damn
together.
good. Yeah, I mean we got cigars that we've had with coffee and cigars before. We have cigars here that we want to try with coffee, and then ultimately we're gonna pick one, and I think we'll go with one that we haven't had before.
So let's pour the coffee, pick our cigars, and get this episode started.
Pour it up, talk it out, and burn it down.
Let's do it.
That's good coffee. I think two.
I posted like 2 stories and that's it.
Pace.
I told her I was honest with them.
Hey, you're honest, Abe. That's all you got to do. So, that was a long, brief moment.
Sorry, I had to fix them.
Some hard things in your ass that you had to pull out.
Sometimes you just gotta. Sometimes it gets too far in there, and you gotta pull it out a little bit. Let it.
What? Whatever floats your butt. I mean, boat.
So, did you say floats your butt? Did you check your butt?
So we got the coffee poured via Justin Heisig. What kind of coffee is this? Because it's phenomenal.
So this is actually from our local grocer called Lidl. Lidl. It's a German grocery store, and this coffee is 100% Colombian coffee from
Colombia?
From Lidl.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just it's their store. It's their store brand.
It's delicious.
Doesn't even say like, yeah, just Lidl. It doesn't even have a name. It's just 100% coffee.
It tastes hella good.
It's freaking delicious.
This is how I judge a couple of things in life. I judge a good diner by its cheeseburger. If you don't make a good cheeseburger deluxe, terrible diner.
Okay.
I judge my coffee by the taste of it when I drink it black. If I can drink it black, good coffee. If it's not that good, I put a little cream in it. This coffee, drinking black.
Okay, I like that.
Couple little things and go in life.
I like that. How do you judge a good cigar?
I judge a good cigar. There's a couple variables. The look of it, the feel of it, and gotta have ample amount of smoke.
Ample smoke output.
Gotta have smoke output. Gotta be ample. It's gotta have a smooth draw.
Oh yeah.
And it's can't be overpowering, and then it just got to be a good cigar. I don't really have like a how-to, but those are just
I definitely draw is number one for me. Like if I can't draw on a cigar, I don't care who makes it. I don't care how expensive it is. I don't care how aged it was. I'm fucking tossing that shit in the garbage.
It's got to be draw, I think smoke output for me is cool. Doesn't really matter for most people. But then it's also just got to taste good. It got to taste good in the cold drawer.
Yeah,
and then
flavors
obviously
definitely.
Why it's smoking.
Yeah, flavors have to blend well. It can't be overpowering on certain flavors. Like a pepper bomb, I don't really. Even though I like Nicaraguans,
Yeah, I don't.
it's
Same.
But all right, so which ones do we choose? Because we were talking about coffee and cigars. That's what this whole episode's about.
Yep.
And before we get into why coffee and cigars go so well together, let's tell the people.
Well, let's talk about some of the cigars that were some honorable mentions that didn't get chosen.
Well, we might be discussing those. So let's give him one. Let's give him one.
All right,
it was an either or. We can't talk about all of them. Otherwise, you have nothing to talk about in the episode. So it was an either or for me, and I know it was an either or for you.
This guy gets it.
Dude, that's what I'm here for, man. Yeah. You, dude. Even though two people, we got one brain going on here. Okay, we got the BDP brain going. Got to keep each other in check. Checks and balances, bro. Legislative.
This guy gets it, man. That's all I gotta say.
Okay.
Sure. Talk about the same brain, baby.
Yeah, man.
But okay, you know what, dude? Look at the burn on this fucking cigar. Look how perfect this is.
This one's a little bit. It's all right. Look at that.
So, all right. So, really quick, one cigar that I was going to choose out of this plethora of choices that I have, I was gonna go with the Oliva V Milanio.
Oh, great stick with coffee.
Have that? Yeah, I've had that a few times. That's always a good go-to classic. It's a little bit stronger in flavor. It's a little more bolder. It's a full cigar, but it's perfect. It's perfect with a cup of coffee. So,
oh my God, it's perfect.
It's perfect. So now the one I'm smoking, which is the winner, is the Zino Platnium Crown Series.
Love that stick.
So reason
it's
why
a girthy one too, isn't it?
It's girthy AF. It's a gordo.
Girthy AF.
It's a little girth in the mouth. But every time I open my humidor, it's always on the top, and I always see it looking at me. It's like, hey, you little fucker, better pick me today. And then I always say, nah, not today, Zino, not today.
Shut up, bitch.
Shut up and be put in your place. And after I thought we were doing this episode, I said, you know what? This looks like a good cigar with a cup of coffee. I don't really know what's in it. I thought it was a Connecticut wrapper, which apparently it's not.
It's not?
No, it says.
What is it?
So,
tell the people what it is.
So this is a medium to full cigar on the scale. So it says, filled to the brim with 5-year aged Dominican and Peruvian tobaccos, along with a 2-year aged Connecticut binder. This handmade chock full of tasty tobaccos, but what most impressive is the wrapper, a 2-year aged golden brown Ecuadorian leaf with a gorgeous oily sheen. Expect flavors that are both spicy and smooth and hints of chocolate and vanilla. So after reading that, I said, oh my God, chocolate and vanilla with a little bit of coffee?
Oh my God.
You're the one.
You're the one.
So yeah, it's a Ecuadorian leaf, 2-year aged.
Wow.
So shout out to Zino for making a hell of a beautiful cigar with a perfect burn. And it's so far so good. Great with coffee.
Damn, son.
That was a lot of talking. All right, your turn now.
So I had 3. One of them I've already had with coffee, so I put that, and we'll mention that when we talk about mild cigars. But the other 2, and I don't even know why this was a debate, was the Nub Connecticut.
You love that one.
I love it. Nub Connecticut, the whole Nub line is good. It's a nice size. I mean, it's shorter, but it's got a nice ring. It's girthy AF. And it just, I've had Nub, I think I've had the Cameroon and Sumatra with coffee. I never had the Connecticut with coffee, surprisingly enough.
It's good.
But I thought it'd be good. But then I also had this bad boy, which you kind of made a good point. Like, it's not even fucking contest. Like, just.
Well, I said, Justin, which one haven't you had with coffee yet? And you go, well, I had this one. I had that one. I haven't had this one. And I go, well, it's a no-brainer, dude.
No-brainer, dude.
No-brainer.
So I am smoking the Romeo and Juliet Wide Churchill. So this is probably one of my favorite. This is probably one of my favorite Cubans, if not my favorite Cuban.
Yep.
I know you love it. I smoked this one on 4th of July, I believe, too.
And you gave me one, too. Kind of you.
Yeah, that was...
it's a good day.
We won't talk about what happened with that one.
No! Oh, yeah. Should we tell him what happened?
No, that's They got to wait until the next episode.
You guys got to wait to hear what happened when I did with the Romeo and Juliet, why Churchill in the pool.
But it wasn't even that bad, though, because it wasn't even that bad.
I'm a master at bringing it back to life. Just put it that way.
Yeah, don't tell them too much.
Sorry.
Tell them too much. So, anyway, smoking this one with this coffee, and obviously Cuban Puro, and some of the flavors that I had written down for you people that care about this.
About them flavor notes.
Medium to full body. It kind of goes either way. Herbal and woody, spice and pepper kick in halfway through. The finish is gingerbread and toast, and there's some good coffee and some dark chocolate hints as well. So, bing, bop, boop, goes well with coffee.
Bada bing, bada bam, boo bam.
So, before we get into more of these cigars that pair well with coffee, let's talk about why tobacco and coffee goes well together.
Before that, let's click, clock, bow.
Oh, you right.
Because I need to drink some coffee,
You're right.
I can't go on without click-clanging, yeah.
Click-clang.
Here's the cigars and coffee and the burn down. Cheers.
Yeah, suck that coffee, bro.
Nothing like some good dark black coffee. Oh my God, that's really good.
God, when that coffee goes down the back of your gullet, gets you right in them feels. Oh,
got me in my feelings. Oh my God.
Oh, goodness. So, why do coffee and cigars go so well together?
Do we know the answer?
We do know the answer.
I think we do know the answer.
And it makes sense when you hear the answer.
It does make sense.
Should we tell them the answer?
Do you guys want to know the answer? Let's wait. All right, I think you guys want to know the answer.
All right, let's tell them. So, the reason why coffee and cigars go so well together is that there's a belt around the Earth in between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. Most of you guys, if you're not familiar with longitude, latitudes, and all this geographical stuff, basically it's the belt around the equator. It's referred to as the tobacco belt because that's where most of tobacco is grown, but it's also referred to as the bean belt. That's
bean belt.
Beans, baby.
Them beans.
Them leaves and beans.
Leaves and beans make us green.
Sure. I like it.
Okay, you know what I mean?
I know what you got. So, there's a tobacco belt and the bean belt. They both happen to be in the same location because they have the climates that produce great coffee beans and great tobacco leaves.
Makes sense. If you look at a good old map of the world and see where everything's produced, makes sense.
And you ever have a cigar that has coffee flavors, leather flavors, nut flavors?
Mm-hmm.
Coffee has leather flavors, nut flavors, some sweetness, obviously tastes like coffee. They have similar tastes and flavors, so they pair well together.
You know what that belt also produces? If you live in that area or in those areas,
some hotness.
A good tan.
Yeah, that heat, baby.
Get a nice brown skin.
Get them UVs going.
Get some vitamin D.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool though. I didn't realize that until you told me prior to talking about this, and I said, had an epiphany. That makes complete sense.
It makes sense, right?
I never thought of it like that because you have cigars and coffee in basically all the same regions where they're both produced. So why wouldn't they go together? And if they didn't go together, then it'd be concerning.
Yeah, so now
I like it.
When we talk about coffee, right, and we talk about cigars, there's essentially three different categories, right? Cigars, mild, medium, full. Mm-hmm. Coffee, light roast, medium roast, dark roast. And
what roast is this? What kind of roast is this we got?
I think this is a medium roast.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a medium, 100%.
So good. So we're both smoking some medium full cigars with a medium roast in it.
Yep.
Tastes absolutely phenomenal.
And that's, we paired that on purpose.
Oh,
I think he did it on purpose. So Eric, let's talk about some lighter roast. So obviously, if you have a light roast coffee, you want to pair it with a mild cigar because you don't want the flavors to overpower each other.
Absolutely.
Medium roast, you pair with medium-bodied cigars, medium flavors. Typically, the medium roast coffees will have notes of nuts, of a little bit of spice, a little bit of earth, right? Not too overpowering. Whereas you go all the way into the dark roast coffees or even like espresso, that's some rich, bold, heavy spice, heavy, licorice, leather, all those heavy flavors. you want a cigar that's going to pair well with that.
You want something like this, real quick.
Something like show 'em. You want something like that.
Something like that.
So
you have a full roast or not a full roast, a dark roast coffee or an espresso. I couldn't picture anything better with an espresso with a little foam on top.
Ooh.
Melanio sounds like something that's coffee. Like, I'll take a Melanio, please.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
So I always think of a cigar and coffee with Melanio.
And that's good because that's versatile where it can go with a medium coffee too.
What are you?
Mobile, agile, hostile.
What is pain?
French bread.
What is fatigue?
Are we closed?
Will you ever quit?
Back on track.
Sorry. Movie quote.
Movie reference. So, but yeah, it's good because that can go either way, right? It can go more of the medium. It can go more of the full.
Yep.
But what would you recommend for a lighter roast? If you have a light, just a very, like your morning coffee, it's just light. It's a summer day. Mm-hmm. You want a nice cigar to pair well with that.
I mean, you can still go with the classic Cuban. But other than that, 2 cigars come into mind, which you have one on hand. One is the Oliva, Connecticut. And the other one is the My Father, Connecticut. I don't know why, but those 2 Connecticut cigars always stand out to me.
Like this bad boy right here?
Like that bad boy right there. I don't really have, and it's funny because when we first started doing this, I started looking for Connecticut wrapper cigars in my humidor, and I texted Justin. I said, "Dude, I don't really have any Connecticut's in my humidor, and I have a little over 100 cigars." And I'm like, "Shit, what the hell am I gonna do?"
Shows you what you actually smoke, right?
Yeah,
what you like.
And it's funny because when I first started smoking cigars, I used to like Connecticut. I used to like the look of the Connecticut wrapper, and then I remember being at Cigar Fest. And we were talking to somebody, and it was a female cigar smoker, and I forgot what we were talking about. We said something about Connecticut, and she was like, "Oh, Connecticut cigars suck. They ain't got no flavor." Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, "Huh." So I like Connecticut cigars, but then I don't know why. Ever since I heard her say that, Connecticut cigars have never been the same for me.
Really?
Yeah.
So do you like them or don't like them?
No, I do like them, but I guess maybe it opened my mind to try
more
other cigar, like medium and full cigars. So shout out to the lady at Cigar Fest that said cigars that are Connecticut sucked. But yeah, Oliva, Connecticut, and a My Father, Connecticut, I think are always something I recommend with coffee. Well, I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Well, the other one I have that I talked about earlier was the Nub, Connecticut.
Oh, well, that one too, yeah.
But
still made by Oliva.
Yeah, exactly. Still made by Oliva. But you want to go with something mild, something light and airy in flavors. Because if you have a lighter roast coffee, you don't want to hit it with some pepper bomb and then your coffee tastes like shit because you have so much power going on with your cigar, you can't taste your coffee.
It's going to like completely desensitize the coffee when you drink it.
Yeah,
it's going to be like really, I don't know what you would compare it to, but yeah, it's like getting a whole like a pepper shaker and just putting it on your tongue and then trying to drink coffee. Blech.
It's like imagine drinking a like an IPA or like a glass of bourbon, and then right after that going to like a Bud Light. The Bud Light's not going to taste like it. It's going to taste like water. It's going to taste like nothing because your palate is so accustomed and it's been brought up to the level of the bourbon and the high and the IPA that when you try to bring it back down, it's like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, it's we talked about earlier. It's when we start out drinking a Bud Light. When you start drinking for the day, drinking Bud Light, it's okay. But like you said, if you go from a little more full of a beer, like an IPA or like a Guinness or something, and then you're like, oh, let me go back to the Bud Light, you're like, ugh.
Like,
why the hell am I drinking this?
The hell is this shit?
So, but yeah, it makes complete sense. And then, I mean, I wouldn't say it's a gray area, but when you have the medium and the dark roast, medium and full body cigars kind of almost intertwine,
Yeah. Well, it's like you said, the Melanio. It's medium, full, so it can kind of
go both ways.
Yeah, it can go both ways.
It's by cigar.
It swings for both teams.
Swings for both teams. By cigar.
Or what is it? It swings for both teams, or swings both ways, or
plays for both teams.
Plays for both teams. Swings on both sides of the plate.
They all make sense.
Whatever. Pitches and catches.
But I mean, what else?
Umps.
You still going?
I don't know. I tried to add one more, and I should have stopped when I was ahead.
But I mean, what are some other cigars? So now, all right. So now it's easy. Light coffee, light cigar. Right? It's pretty.
Yeah.
1 + 1 is 2.
What's 9 + 10?
21. But now you can start playing around, mix and match. It's going almost like mix and match a little bit when you start getting into the more medium and fuller cigars and coffees. And
It's a little more fun.
Yeah, it's a little more fun.
A little funner.
Darker likes to have a little more fun. You know what I mean? So, some other cigars I bought that I thought would be fun with the coffee.
Are?
A couple of them. Let me tell you.
Show us.
One.
I'm looking into my pool, and my pool's rippling, but my filter's not on.
Why
so,
is that?
So I'm wondering, like, why is?
I thought so. I thought I was gonna see someone start swimming, but
I'm like, why is the pool moving when the filter's not on?
so I mean, I've already stated about the Milano.
We talk about that.
I wanted you to unlock your phone because I have all the
Oh
notes
shit!
in there. But another one which I had before is
Where are they?
it's in your text messages.
Oh,
Is the Hiram Solomon Shriner
there it is.
right here?
That shrine.
It's a good cigar with coffee, and here's why. Strength is medium, wrapper is Ecuadorian Sumatra, binder is Indonesia, Brazil. So I'm sorry, binder and filler. There's a lot going on here.
Oh, so it's, would you say Sumatra?
Ecuadorian Sumatra is the
Yeah.
wrapper.
It's good with coffee.
You can kind of see it in the color.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have the binder and filler as Indonesia, Brazil, Nicaragua, and Dominican Republic. Got a whole bunch of
That's the binder or filler?
binder and filler. That's both. So
Damn.
that's crazy, right? So one day I wanted to try it after reading that. This was a while ago.
That cigar is a freaking melting pot.
Yeah.
That reminds me of the Avo Ritmo.
Ritmo.
Yeah, that sounds like a good cigar. Sumatra wrapper, and then all those.
Indonesia, Brazil, Nicaragua, and Dominican Republic.
You don't hear many Indonesian
You don't.
leaves. Oh, that was a close one.
Good thing I asked my cigar.
I did it too over there. It was leaning a little bit. I was like, no. I mean, I got a little bit on my pants, but that was just a.
And here's one for a dark roast and a full cigar.
Oh, I love that stick.
This is my favorite
Love
cigar
that
by Grand Habano. Grand Habano Cigars makes this Persian King with this awesome pigtailed foot at the bottom of it. It's a really good cigar. So they have a Persian King Maduro and a Persian King Natural. So Persian King Natural.
That's the natural? Looks like
Yeah.
the natural, yeah.
It's all Nicaraguan, so it's a Nicaraguan Puro. So it's obviously a full cigar, but it's good. It's got a nice kick, and when you have something a little more intense with the coffee, and a little more full of a cigar, try Grand Habano Persian King.
So that might go good with an espresso shot, right?
Yeah, you get the espresso. You put a little cream on top, or a little foam, and put a little chocolate powder.
Oh,
Have
a little chocolate
Just
powder.
a little
See,
dessert.
that's what's good about, with the cigars too, with an espresso, which I wish we could do that in some. Actually, we're gonna do it in Manhattan. We're gonna go to Lavo again. Go to the restaurant, right?
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna, and this is where we'll do it. And this is what I'm thinking is that I like when you have a cigar, a full cigar or medium to full, because I don't really like too much. I don't smoke too many of the full like
Pepper bombs.
Yeah, right. But more medium to full.
That's my range too.
But if you have a medium to full that's got a nice, spice and leather backbone, but it's got a touch of sweetness on the top, maybe a little bit of chocolate sweetness, or
Here you go.
maybe you have a little bit of
I'll keep telling you.
yeah,
Describing this.
exactly. So
Telling
maybe you have a little graham cracker, something a little bit of sweetness on there. I feel like it goes very well with espresso because the espresso is rich, the cigar is rich, but a lot of times some people take espresso, they put a sugar in their espresso, right? You want a little bit of sweetness, or they have like a sugar stick, or they have a piece of chocolate with espresso because that sweetness on the coffee. So I feel if you have a cigar that's got a little bit of that sweetness on there too, ooh,
Beautiful.
oh, mwah.
Beautiful.
So we're gonna do that, but
I forgot to whip this one out, but this is an obvious one.
oh yeah, oh damn, you have a fucking Cohiba.
Oh, Cohiba.
That's a Belly Coast. Let me see this bad boy.
That Bellicoso, though, that's been marinating for a while. I think we got that from who gave us that? Who was it? They gave us a bag of Cubans. Was that Noble Cigars? Was that John? Remember,
I think so.
remember
Well, that's where I got this one from.
Yeah, I think it was John from Noble Cigars.
Great guy. Great
He
guy.
sent us like 5 or 6 Cubans, or 5 Cubans, and then that one exclusive Blackbird cigar. I think it was John. So shout out to Noble Cigars. Noble.
Dude, look at this smoke output on this bad boy.
Let's see.
Randy, just watch this.
Come on, zoom in on him, please. Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Dude, that's just one. That's not like a few like I normally do. That's just one.
Here, anything you can do, I can do better.
Give it to me. Show me. Yeah. Oh my god. That's, that's milky.
We love the legs. We love the legs. Look at the legs on that bad boy.
Is that's what we dubbed it, right? Legs?
I think so, because that's what we call it in wine, right?
Yeah, but I don't know if it's actually called down here, but that's what we're calling it.
I think one time on the podcast we said you heard it first, like legs on a cigar is
That's
when it runs up it. So I mean it makes sense. You got legs in wine when you swoosh the glass around, it sticks to the glass. So this is the smoke
yeah.
kind of sticking to the cigar. It runs up it. So legs, smoky legs.
Smoky legs. That sounds like an Instagram handle.
New legs.
You ain't got no legs.
Magic legs.
But Lieutenant Dan, you ain't got no legs. All right, so I'll show you some of the ones that I brought.
Now tell us some of yours. Is it me or I feel like this podcast is going really slow?
I don't know. We're 30 minutes in.
Oh wow.
Maybe.
Or maybe I think it's going really fast. I don't know.
I don't know. So
I'm in a twilight zone right now.
we talked about some of the mild cigars. Okay. Now we're going to talk about. I brought 2 here. I actually have a few to talk about, but I brought 2. One for more of a medium roast, and one for more of the full roast.
And this is a good episode too, because stay tuned, everybody, because soon it might be out. It might be out before this episode, but the new Burndown Academy episode that will be out.
Oh yeah,
is about cigar wrappers and
it's out. It's out already.
No, the one that we made here.
Oh yeah, the wrappers. It should be out. I think it'll be out.
Yeah, it should be out, right? Oh, if it's not, or if it is, enjoy it, because this is a perfect segment why you can go watch that clip. And to go back to the Burndown Academy before you go into it, I was talking to one of my buddies at work today. He came in and he was talking about cigars with me, and he's like, sometimes I'll be on Instagram and I'll see the podcast and I'll watch the clips, and my wife will be like, Is that you watching cigars again? He's like, yeah. And he's like, and he was trying to say, like, he doesn't know, like, he wants to get into cigars, but he doesn't know anything about it, and he doesn't want to buy a humidor and buy all these cigars to put it into. He's like, I need to know how to cut a cigar, light a cigar, how to do the thing with the humidor. And I was like, you know the podcast already? I'm like, here, check out this new page, Burndown Academy. He goes, bro, that's perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking for. And I was like, couldn't be any better timing, dude.
See, man?
So
asking you shall receive.
I said, I mean, a lot of people, that's how a lot of people are. They don't, I was the same way. Justin was the same way. We didn't know how this shit worked.
Yeah, I mean, you have to start somewhere. Yeah. Everybody before anybody became a master, they were a novice.
Yep.
And they had to learn everything. So, head over to the Burndown Academy. Learn you some knowledge about cigars.
We drop knowledge for you guys.
So,
that was a quick plug.
I like it. So, medium cigars. So, I have a few, and I will tell you why they pair well. First off, one of my favorite non-Cubans of all time, and I know it's yours as well, is the Don Carlos Personal Reserve from Arturo Fuentes. You're damn right. You can say that again. So, the Don Carlos Personal Reserve, and I don't have one with me right here, but it's a medium body. It has some spice on there, a spice backbone. There's a little bit of vanilla, and it's got a gingerbread finish with some cinnamons. And I remember the foot smoke smells a little bit like cinnamon. So you're talking about spice backbone, vanilla flavor, cinnamon aroma, and gingerbread finish. I mean, come on. Pair that with a medium body coffee or medium roast, even with maybe with a cappuccino. Oh, God, forget about it. Another one, I'm smoking right here, the Romeo and Julieta Wide Churchill. I've talked about those flavors.
Bang, bang.
And the third one that I have right here, and you already know this by the gold band, Davidoff Puro de Oro.
We smoked that a few times, and I think we might have we had coffee with that once.
I think so. This is probably one of my favorite pairings with coffee. Davidoff Puro de Oro. This is a Delicioso size. This can actually even go with a lighter roast. This will be a little bit heavier, a little bit stronger than the lighter roast, but it won't overpower it. But it goes great with a medium roast. This is medium bodied, wooden spice notes, a little bit of sweetness, some raisin on there, and towards the end, the pepper comes out. So as your palate is warming up to the pairing, the pepper comes out.
Good stuff.
So now to move to the dark roast, like the espressos. This bad boy I have right here probably goes really, really well with espresso.
Please tell us, Justin, what is it? Because I see what it is, and I want to try it one day. Because, I mean, I don't think you can go wrong with that.
Now, remember what I said about the espresso? I know how you want some of that sweetness, right? So this bad boy, the Padron 1926. This is the number 6, which is basically the Robusto size. This is medium to full, absolutely. So this is not going to go with a light roast. You could have medium roast, probably not. I would go more with like an espresso, darker roast. This, listen to the flavors on here, okay?
All right, I'm gonna rush them off.
Chocolate, espresso, black cherry, pepper, and a spicy long finish. Okay.
Okay.
So you're gonna get, sweetness from the black cherry, sweetness from the chocolate. It has an espresso flavor to it, so it pairs well. I've actually read that some people compare this to chewing on chocolate-covered espresso beans.
Chewing on chocolate-covered espresso beans.
They say it has a very similar flavor to that.
People chew on coffee beans?
Yeah. You've never had chocolate-covered espresso beans or coffee beans? No?
Chocolate-covered?
Yeah, you never had that?
Chocolate-covered espresso beans.
Yeah.
You suck on them.
No, they pop them in like you're...
Like Skittles?
Yeah.
And you eat them?
Yeah.
No, I never heard of that.
Well, I mean, if you can drink coffee, you can...
Yeah, I know, but I didn't know that was a thing.
Well, that's what some people say. But anyway...
You were just so dismissed. Well, that's what people say, dude.
It's a fucking say, man. I don't know. Go complain to the fucking person who wrote about it.
This guy.
Anyway, so 1926 from Padron. Great with espresso. I haven't had it. I'm assuming that it's great with espresso. The flavors sound like they pair up well. This is what I'm going to bring when we go to the city. And after we have a nice steak dinner, have a couple of drinks, I'm ordering an espresso, and I'm going to fucking smoke this bad boy.
Oh, God.
I know. Went from 6 to midnight.
I'll tell you on my birthday on Monday what I had. I had a coffee pairing.
Oh, yeah. Happy fucking birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Thank you. I forgot what exact Cuban it was, but it was the H. Upman. I think. Yes, the H. Upman Connoisseur. A beautiful Cuban cigar with a nice dark roast coffee on my birthday after a nice steak dinner.
Damn.
A birthday steak dinner.
Oh, my God.
A H. Upman Connoisseur with a dark roast coffee.
Oh, my God.
I was in. And then I brought the TV screen outside and we streamed The Office outside.
Oh, my God.
Talk about a epic day and night. It was perfect.
Yeah.
So, another story for you about tasting cigars and tasting the flavors is a buddy of mine, Johnny. On my pre-birthday on Saturday, we were hanging out.
Pre-birthday?
Shout out to my girlfriend for hooking me up from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Every day was a different day of celebration. It's pretty cool, actually.
You didn't quite blow the whole birthday. You had a little pre-birthday.
Yeah.
A little pre-birthday coming out.
Little pre-birthday. But I never actually had a birthday weekend. You're like, birthday weekend. I never actually had one. So Friday, it was something different every day. It was kind of nice. Kind of felt special. So I was like, good looks. So
it looked special. I didn't even know if I saw it was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm like, what day was your actual fucking birthday?
Well, shout out to everyone on Instagram because my birthday was on Monday. People were wishing me birthday. I guess the post might have confused people, but I said in the post, my birthday's on Monday.
Shows you people don't read the fucking caption.
So I said, the first couple of words, it said, my birthday's on Monday, but I mean, shout out to everybody because people were wishing me birthdays from Friday, Saturday, and even like not close friends, but like acquaintances were like, "Happy birthday!" And then they text me my birthday. Oh, I didn't realize it was your real birthday. So shout out to everyone for all the birthday wishes. It was really kind of you guys. But I was smoking a cigar with my buddy Johnny, and I gave him a Cuban cigar, a Cual Dorce, and he was asking me questions about cigars and how you taste. He's like, I don't know how you taste the cigar. Like, how do you taste the flavor? And I was like, well, before you light it up, I'm like take the cigar, like smell it, smell the foot, smell everything around it, smell the wrapper, and then as soon as I was like, and you have to really focus. Like, you just can't be like at a party and you think you're gonna taste everything. So I'm like, for the next 5 minutes while we light this up, let's not talk and kind of see if you can pick up anything. He's like, all right. So he took a puff of the Cual Dorce, and he's like, yo, I taste cherry. And I'm like, perfect. I'm like, that's
perfect.
Awesome.
There you go.
Perfect.
Fucking perfect.
And I'm like, and he's like, is that what you taste with that cigar? And I'm like, I said, dude, I couldn't tell you. I mean, everyone's different, but when you taste cherry, I might not taste it, but I'm like, doesn't matter. If that's what you taste, that's what you get. And he's like, whoa, this is pretty cool. And I just thought it was a cool experience to see someone actually be at like that aha moment of like, oh.
And now he's a cigar guy.
Now he's a cigar guy. So I mean, granted, I still don't always taste things. Like I read about the cigars and I'm like, I don't taste that. And I just like smoking a cigar. But you have to really focus, as everyone knows. But
yeah, you can't. It's not something you can. Oh, I'm gonna light it up and hang out in the pool and mess around and be able to. No, you have to sit, focus on it.
The only time you can is when you smoke a acid or an infused cigar.
Oh yeah, of course, but we don't smoke that shit.
We don't get that shit out of here.
Get that shit out of my face.
Get that corner out of my face. So, but yeah, it's been a good ride. And I wanted to say this in the beginning of the podcast, but we didn't. So last week we did. Last week obviously was not we didn't have audio. We just did a clips, like a best of 2020 for 1 year. So the reason why we didn't do the audio is because the day we were supposed to record, someone in my family got tested positive for coronavirus.
Coronavirus.
It's coming, y'all.
It's coming, y'all.
So,
shit.
And
which is not something to laugh about. It's a serious thing. I get it.
It's my brother. He's okay. He's good. He's fine now.
We're not laughing at COVID.
No.
It's a serious thing. If you think we are, go watch some other podcasts.
Yeah, go get out of here. So he tested positive for it. So that day I had to leave work and I had to go get tested for myself. And I came back negative, thankfully. Everyone else in my family did. And it lasted like 1 day for my brother. He was like sick and a little weak one day, and then he was quarantined in his bedroom for 2 weeks. And every time I texted him, he's like, I'm fine.
Did he get a false positive maybe?
Well, he took 2 tests. He took the antigen test, which is like the rapid test, and he came back positive. And then he should have already received the real test that he got, which I haven't heard anything from about yet. So this test takes like over a week. That's bullshit. So regardless, by the time he gets the results, he's going to be quarantined. So he's a couple more days of quarantining. But
yeah, because it's been like since 4th of July. It's been like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Almost, right?
Yeah, it was. He felt like sick that Wednesday. So whatever, July 7th, 8th, or whatever it was. So shout out to coronavirus. So fuck you, and you didn't get my family. So
fuck you, and you.
Fuck you, and you. Fuck you. So
that's why we couldn't film last week. Yeah. That's why you had the best episode. I hope you guys enjoyed that episode. I was laughing my ass off while I was editing it.
That's the good thing about us. We're able to laugh at each other. And I didn't realize how funny we are.
We're some fucking funny dudes, man.
We're some fucking funny guys.
We're funny how?
Like, I'm a clown.
Like, we're fucking clowns. We're here to amuse you.
We amuse you. We're clowns. We amuse you.
It was fun doing it. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one. So hope you guys enjoyed this one.
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, I got still plenty of this cigar. You still got plenty of this cigar. We still got plenty of coffee. I mean, how far are we into this right now? Should we still keep
we're
going?
Probably wrapping it up because we're about 45 minutes, 50 minutes in.
What are we?
45.
All right, yeah.
So my coffee is pretty much done. I got a little sip left for the...
Might have to take some pictorials after this. Get the coffee.
Yeah, so let's just end it right here. Hope you guys enjoyed that episode. Hope you guys try some of those recommendations from the mild, medium, full.
Mm-hmm.
Try the mild with light roast, medium with the medium roast, even maybe a cappuccino. I've heard flat whites. I've heard the Romeo and Juliet. This white Churchill with a flat white, which I'm probably going to try at some point.
Nice.
And then, espresso move to the fuller cigars.
Yeah, I mean, and let us know if you want to shoot us a message on Instagram or put a comment below your favorite cigar and coffee pairing or something that you tried from us and what you thought of it. And, if you haven't already, subscribe to that YouTube.
Like this video.
Make sure you get all the updates when we post something new. Follow us on Instagram.
Follow us, Burn Down Academy.
Burn Down Podcast. Dapper Cigar, Brother Cigar on Instagram. And
share this video with your
share it.
friends, your friends' friends, your parents, your sister, your dog, your cat,
Your third cousin.
squirrel, your third cousin,
your neighbor.
your sister twice removed from your mother's side.
Your disowned uncle that you haven't talked to in 20 years. Send it to him too. And
Your best friend from childhood who you dumped because they slept with your brother.
wow. Sounds like someone speaks from experience.
No, I was I was just making shit up.
But shout out. Thank you guys as always. And until next time, we're going to finish the cigar, finish the coffee. Catch you around.
Take care.
Cheers.
Cheers.